Talk about in the political space as far as Nigeria is concerned. Where do we start from? The All Progressives Congress APC has concluded its 8th national convention in Abuja, reaffirming Nentawe Yilwatsta as national chairman and Jibola Bashiru as 8th secretary. Delegates at the convention held at Eagle Square also produced a new national working committee (NWC) through a consensus arrangement endorsed by stakeholders rather. And the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has recognized the People's Democratic Party (PDP) National Working Committee led by Abdulrahman Mohammed. Mohammed's faction of the opposition parties backed by Nyesom Wike, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT). What does this mean for the PDP? Finally, the camps of former governor of Kano State, Dr. Kwankwaso, and that of the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi have confirmed ongoing discussion that could lead to a joint presidential ticket involving the two leaders ahead of the 2027 general election. The New Nigeria's People's Party (NNPP) says it will be in alliance with the African Democratic Congress (ADC) for the presidential election. There's a whole lot to unpack here as far as politics is concerned in Nigeria. This is intriguing. I'm excited to see how the whole drama unfolds ahead of 2027. You can call me Solo. You can call me Mr. Solo. You can call me Souls. You can call me Mr. Souls. But officially, I am Solomon of Welcome to Matters. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Matters on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We're going to be talking about the APC National Convention. We're going to be talking about the PDP National Convention, street fractured as expected. And of course, we're going to be talking about the alliance between NNPP, Musa Kwankwaso, and the ADC. A very exciting alliance. So first, INEC has recognized the faction of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) led by Nyesom Wike, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. According to INEC's website, Abdulrahman Mohammed is listed as the PDP's national chairman, while Samuel Anyanwu is recognized as national secretary. Record that Anyanwu and Mohammed and Anyanwu were re-elected through consensus during the elective national convention held at Velodrome of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja. Our correspondent from our sister station VOP TV, that's Jimo Ogirima, who monitored the convention, has details. Watch and listen.
Speaking, the newly re-elected new leaders to pilot the affairs of the party in the next 4 years echoed unity and inclusiveness and promised to bring the party together.
The recent judicial development, including the recognition of the current caretaker leadership, must not be seen as a victory for some and defeat for others. Rather, they must remind us that institutions must be guided by law, that leadership must be anchored on process, and that no party can imbue outside constitutional order. And so today, we choose a higher path. We choose inclusiveness over exclusion.
The prominent members who spoke at the convention, specifically the Minister of FCT and the former Senate President, restated at the gathering that PDP is not only rooted but very much alive now. They called for collective responsibility, saying People's Democratic Party, the PDP, has come to stay.
By the grace of God, PDP will be in the ballot of 2027. We have seen the reconvention. The convention has been monitored by the electoral umpire. That's the convention that is recognized. More importantly, we fought and returned the party to its rightful owners, the people, an accomplishment which speaks to the fundamental principle upon which the party was founded.
It is clear that PDP, from what we see here and what we see outside, is deeply rooted in this country. From Yobe to Jigawa, from Kwara, across Nigeria, PDP is firmly within the minds of the people of Nigeria.
Other PDP chieftains who spoke to VOP TV includes former PDP Vice National Chairman South, the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, former Governor of Jigar State, stressed on sacrifice while commending the delegates' zeal and enthusiasm. They commended the party leadership, charging them to give delegates and members alike a new PDP that all will be proud of.
Well, it's a wonderful day. You can see all the states are well represented, and you can be sure that PDP is fully back. After this convention, we are going to set the party on the path of progress, and we will start mobilizing support at the grassroots for the party once again.
You can see for yourself that PDP is alive and well in Nigeria. PDP is on ground, PDP is strong, PDP is vibrant, and PDP has come to make a signature to Nigeria that this party is alive and well and the party to beat.
This convention, I will describe it as excellent, and you can see it for yourself. I mean, look at, this is a stadium and the entire place is full. So it really tells us that we have a party that is great, and we're going to build it once again to success in this country.
PDP is back to life. You can see how colorful it is. You can see the crowd. In fact, it's overwhelming. I don't think there's any other faction. PDP is one. We are coming back together.
Meanwhile, the Turaki-led PDP had gone to appeal at the Supreme Court, but the Wike-backed National Working Committee said on Saturday during a press conference that it is not aware of any court injunction stopping its convention. I am Ferdinand Igba, reporting for VOP TV in Abuja.
Talking about
Speaking,
the NNPP, New Nigeria People's Party, saying it will be in alliance with the African Democratic Congress, ADC, for the presidential election. Joining me to help analyze this is Ola Emmanuel, public and current affairs analyst, joining us live via phone on Matters on VOP 90.3 FM. Mr. Ola, thank you very much for joining us on Matters.
Thank you and good afternoon, voice of the people family and all the listeners all over the world. Good afternoon.
A lot happened at the weekend as far as election is concerned. PDP had their drama, APC had their drama, and of course the biggest story obviously for the opposition is the alliance between NNPP and ADC. Where do we start from? Okay, let's start from PDP because it's the freshest convention here, where INEC has recognized the faction of Nyesom Wike, the Minister of FCT. According to INEC's website, Abdurrahman Mohammed is listed as the PDP's national chairman, while Samuel Nyamu is recognized as the national secretary. We know there are two factions, the Wike-led faction and the Turaki-led faction, Turaki and Oyo State Governor Sheikh Makinde-led faction. And while there's still a whole legal situation going on, INEC recognized the Wike faction. What's your take on that?
You see, this is why I have said over and over, and I keep repeating. Why would they allow for drama for progressive issues of national interest? Why would it be at this dying minute? Then it is as if political activities in Nigeria is like a playground where masquerade will come and learn their dance before the DJ comes. It's completely
That's a very funny analogy.
Yes. The reason why I had to put that is that if there is going to be anything worthwhile and to be acceptable to be a standard where other smaller countries can pick up from, it shouldn't be at the diamonds. So making an alignment at this 11th hour is not the right thing to do. It shows a lack of administrative quotient on the part of these party leaders. Secondly, we are working towards an election come 2027. We have few months to elections. And this is when we are trying to gear up and gather support, gather rally around to see, look, we can do this. It shows that the people at the leadership helm of affairs are not progressive in nature. Why? A house divided against itself cannot stand. So if PDP is coming up now or trying to align with another person, shows that they're not focused. That is just my simple take on it, because it shouldn't be now. It should be because they know too well that the leading or the ruling party have been on ground. And the issues of the Nigerian system of political parties that when the ruling party grasps the power, it won't let it go. It will scheme and do other things to ensure nobody takes away from you. If you reflect your mind back, during the days of Goodluck Jonathan and when he took over the flagship of PDP, you see all those things there. They were always waiting for the last minute to come. So that is not a good strategy at all, if you ask my opinion. Thank you.
Now, there are people that are alleging INEC to be not impartial here, because we know PDP have issues. They have two factions, and there are legal situations affecting those factions. And I heard a legal practitioner said INEC should have waited for them to resolve those legal issues before going ahead to choose one faction or back one faction against the other. Do you agree with that opinion?
See, one thing is this. I think last week when we spoke, I talked about the independence, the total independence of INEC. Until INEC is absolutely independent, you cannot stop the issues of them making partiality as one of the ways to make decisions. It will interest you to know that Nigeria is a state without fear or regard for the rule of law. The moment there are legal issues between two parties or individuals, you don't take side, you don't recognize anybody until the legal conclusion of that matter. So for INEC to talk about recognizing a particular faction, it means INEC is not independent. INEC must remain neutral if it must remain the empire of recognitions that will conduct peaceful, fair, free election. So taking side by now when the legal election is completely uncalled for. They shouldn't do that at all. Because if you are saying we are recognizing this because of the people who are behind you, as a common go ahead and do it, it shows that the person there is not even thinking straight. I beg to use that word. It's not thinking straight, because if you say A today, and the I say the law has said, has spelled out and that it is not there yet. So how do you look in the face of the people? So completely I will accept the fact that I know recognizing something, some parties here now, within the same house is the only thing to go by. It's a wrong thing to do. And I will keep saying to, like the major challenge in Nigeria is not that there are no laws. There are laws. There are bylaws. There are policy interpretations of any organizations, parastatals and all that. But the major challenge, which has been the reason why corruption has become a norm, is policy influences in Nigeria. Because there are laws governing Nigeria, there are laws governing political parties, there are laws governing several sectors of the economy. But if those laws are not entrenched, if those laws are not respected if those laws are not obeyed to the letter, definitely we will become a little child of 50 years that has not started crawling. Thank you.
So, how do you think this will play out there? Because we have this faction led by PDP and Nyesom Wike, and we know Nyesom Wike is one leg in PDP and one leg in APC, and he's come out several times to reinforce support for his principle, talking about the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has several times come out to say he will support the election bid of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he's a faction leader in PDP. How do you think this plays out? Do you think there will be a presidential candidate that will emerge from the PDP in this case now? And how do you think that will play out?
The dream of the presidential candidate emerging from the PDP is completely a slim realization, because it is not possible to have the presidential party trying to presidential candidate trying to come up with anything that is strategic, and at the end of the day, when they are not together, it is not possible to have that achieved within the space of time that we are in now. So when you talk about them begin to look at the influences of certain individuals, the likes of people of what's his name, Wike, everybody should know that Wike is already gone. They are giving him recognition by the best of my own understanding is because he still recognized that he's still on the seat. And because he's on the seat, that is only recognition that he will. It's just on the basis of the fact that he has anything to offer here. Because you cannot be here and you are there. The Bible speaking, it says such kind of person is unstable. So if you ask me to define a guy who is somebody who is unstable, because you cannot be a PDP member and carrying an office given to you by an APC. You will be dividing your attention, you will be dividing your sense of reasoning, because you want to keep the thing coming in and equally try to tell the other party that look at behind you. As I speak to that, we have no political impact here.
I mean, he did went against his party at the 2023 general election, where he campaigned for against his party led by Atiku Abubakar then of the PDP. And then he has waged so much war with his successor, talking about the Rivers State governor, so much so that he was forced to defect to APC. So we have a governor in Rivers State that was formerly of PDP, his party, now an APC member. I'm trying to see how that will play out in 2027 too. Is it now? Will he now abandon his battle with? What is the Rivers State governor's name now? I've left my memory now. Or will PDP now bring in another governor, to another person to represent PDP in the governorship seat in Rivers State? He's like he's playing two games that might end up backfire on his face in Rivers State too.
The thing is this: Rivers State still have the rights to bring in representative of their parties to contest for either the presidency, the governor in their state. For now that Fubara has defected to APC, that is a settled case administrative-wise, because you cannot be in party A and hold the position. So I think they're actually willing to come to APC so that he can secure his power and sitting as the governor of the state. So for now, he is no longer recognized as a PDP member, if you ask me.
I mean, he has officially defected to APC. We're talking about the Rivers State governor.
Yes. Yeah. So if you are defected to APC now, then he can no longer be recognized as a PDP member. And as such, if there are structures of PDP on the ground very strong in Rivers State. The Rivers State can pick up a governor candidate, gubernatorial candidate, and ensure they sponsor and because these are issues of sponsors, it's not an issue of interest of the state. So that is just what I want to say. So for now, the Rivers State, that thing is vacant. Let the Rivers State PDP work on it. And for Wike, if anybody still believes in Wike in Rivers State, that person is just somebody who has been blindfolded by the reality that which they are.
And then the Turaki-led faction, the Sheyi Makinde Turaki-led faction, of course, will be expecting that they are not going to sit down and let this play out. They will fight to the end, which will further divide the party and, of course, scuttle their chances of success, either even at the government or local government level and at the presidential level. It will dent their chances of winning any meaningful elective position in 2027.
For the Turaki-led faction,
yes,
of the PDP.
I mean, they are not going to sit down. They will fight tooth and nail to make sure their function is recognized.
Keep fighting to end their recognition. Let me tell you this, most of those quagmires within political parties are not fight of interest. They are not fight of national interest. Those quagmires are fight of personal interests, such that if I put a stunt and ensure that I destabilize their systems or whatever they put on ground, at the end of the day, the ruling party will look at me and say, look, if we didn't settle this particular individual, he's still going to cause us problems. So at the end of the day, they will give such kind of a person an appointment and say, look, all the money you have wasted during the time of electoral hearing will have settled you. This is what these persons are doing. It's not for personal, it's not for the interest of the nation or the state at heart. So to lucky for him, he will never give up until he proves the song we need, shaking all the necessary shakables. Then if the election comes, even if he didn't win, he has put his thought. And that is what I see in all these various factions emerging at various levels. Let it know to you. It will get to a point by the time we get to November, you will hear that ADC have an internal issue. Take it with it.
Okay, now let's go back to APC, where they concluded that 8th National Convention in Abuja, reaffirming Nentawe Yilwatda as the national chairman and Ajibola Basiru as its secretary. Delegates at the convention held at the Eagle Square also produced a National Working Committee, NWC, through a consensus arrangement endorsed by stakeholders. What's your take on that APC National Convention?
With my position or my evaluations of the National Convention, it's a normal processes of getting towards concluding aspect of the election. For now, the emergence of this particular person, the chairman, well, let's accept it in good faith that that is who becomes the APC chairman for now. Why I say use the word for now is that before 2 weeks, if there are issues of concern or resolvable issues within them, somebody will go up and say, no, we don't recognize him again. So that's why I talked about masquerade issues. The bigger masquerade who is going to take up the dance or the show is there lying low. But the other smaller masquerade are playing, they're just being apprentice on the field of politics. So for now, let's accept him. They follow the process and ensure that there were no issues of concern. They will know that he legitimately emerged. So the killing and the has been done on the ground. Let's accept it. We saw what is that we saw how people are implemented. Even amidst them before the emergence, the delegates were having issues. They were calling some parties, calling some individuals at various states and whatever, begin to talk on the ground schemes and all that. But eventually the chairman has emerged. So let's welcome and congratulate. That's just what I would say. Until after some time, when we know if that thing was truly democratically done or it was clean to emerge as a threat.
And this convention was held amid insecurity being in an all-time high, and the economic situation, one would say, the worst it has been in Nigeria's history. One would have expected that at that convention, they are going to address these situation in the country, and if not anything, at least try to see if they can urge Nigerians to persevere, that PDP is trying its best to resolve all these issues. But I mean, instead it was more of a theater marvel, they would say, pardon themselves that we are doing best, that we are the best party in Nigeria. What do you say to that?
The issues of looking at the interests of Nigerians to be the motivating factors for what they are doing. I have told you time and time that these things, the group of people and individuals are coming up with, they are not doing it because they love Nigeria. They are not doing it because they want to change the economic situation in Nigeria. They are not doing it to curb insecurity. They are not doing this to ensure we stop this crisis of poverty. They are not doing these things to ensure that we have enough fuel in this country produced and manufactured by Nigerians. They are doing it because they want to secure more ground for themselves and ensure that everything's work well, amassing wealth for their people, their generation unborn. These are their target. These are the motivating factors. And it will continue to remain like that as long as we didn't give the people the ability to make choices of who lead them. If people cannot make a choice of who their leader is, and the leaderships are being imposed on them, you cannot remove these influences on leadership, which is actually the reason taking us to where we are. Because to where we are now, okay, now, I cast my mind back to 2005, 2003, 2007, when these elections processes were over. Now, those things were targeted at making life bearable for Nigerians. As I speak to you now, this is 2026. Why the finally will have been working? Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Sure.
Now, and from 1999 till date, there is no year budget that does not have inside of it money dated to fix the refinery. Is it that they make budget for these refineries and carry beggars from Mozambique or Namibia or from Mali or from other part of the world and bring them and now position them in Dagbada and suits and say these are the engineers that will fix the refinery? Or is it actually when this money is being booked or budgeted for, they release it for the right people to actually do that? Now we have had the issues of Dangote being able to do this, and it's an individual. They should not be ashamed to go consulting Dangote. Who are the people we use? We want to use the same mechanism. We want to use the same machinery. We want to use the same expert who have helped you build the refinery. Let them also come and resuscitate and revive one refinery. Why are they not able to do that? This is because the influences of what becomes the reality of decisions and policy is negatively minded to underscore the ability of Nigeria. This influences is the reason why you can imagine why a political party nomination form will be sold for 200 million naira. On to what? Is it more than a paper?
Well, the PDP have come out to deny that they didn't know where that price list came from, that it is not true. Why do you think they will deny that, though?
Oh, because it's absurd to hear that the nomination form will be sold for 200 million naira. So sometimes they have conscience, or they allow their conscience to be working. So these are some of the things. It is because nobody have it in mind that what can we do to make Nigeria of today better than the Nigeria of 3 years ago. We're having a renewed hope now. We need hope. We didn't even actually have hope after the election. Was there any hope for Nigeria? And as we speak now, is there any hope? And we say we need hope. We need hope. The hope you gave to us at the beginning is it realizable? So these are some of the things as long as we keep playing lip services and we're not facing the truth And we don't even have the power to challenge anybody who could. This thing is completely wrong, is anti-development. As long as when the Nigerians lost the right to express themselves or question whosoever is doing something bad, we will not be able to. It is not that I'm a prophet of doom. I'm being pessimistic. But it's the truth. The truth is that people must have Nigeria at heart. Democracy today now is straight. I mean, if I born at that time, gone to school, graduated from the university, we have been married and had children now. 1999, this is 2026. Points to me which policy, what has been the positive actualizations of our policy in Nigeria since 1999, apart from scratching them at the surface. Everything is pathetic, and we can't continue paying lip services to these things. We are not gotten the person who will redeem Nigeria as far as my little knowledge of Nigeria is concerned. Everybody that is coming to leadership position is coming to a mass work for themselves. I don't know whether it's because they don't have the mental quotient or the intellectual quotient to know that whatever I'm doing now, I'm risking the destiny of Nigeria. I don't know whether they're doing it, that's why they keep doing it. Because think about it, from 1999, there are policies, there are laws, there are budgets, in departments and whatever, up to the how come we don't have anything working in Nigeria? Railroads, the insecurity has brought about famine in Nigeria, where we produce yam, produce cassava, produce millet, produce sorghum, produce every kind of food we need in Nigeria. Yet, they have allowed that insecurity to ensure that it comes to play that nobody goes to the farm. Now we are buying tomato, imported from Niger, imported from Chad, imported from Mali, imported from another country. Nigeria is the land that even to carry a small bucket and put sand and put it on your balcony, keep watering every 4 days, you can get tomato that will give you food. You can see wood that you can make fruit with, make soup with. A land like that, yes, we don't have food. We are buying it. We are buying yam. One yam goes for 10 to 2,000 naira, and that yam will not be able to feed you and your household. And we have land. So which of the policies will be put? We feel the same to say, no, this one has worked. Because there is no continuation of policies. When this one comes and says it is this, we just use that English, that adjective to deceive us, and we say, yes. We talk about the times of change. We change. But was there any positive change? No. Now, hope has come now, from change to hope. And the hope we're having is a hope of a bad tomorrow. The hope we're having is a bad insecurity. The hope we're having is a book of things not working. That's why I told us sometimes ago I speak to you that Nigeria has been wired to pay. So anything that is in the hand of the government to ensure it doesn't work, so that show that Nigeria is not working. How is an individual person producing fuel when the nation cannot allow to run the planet to come out? We should be carrying our hands and put on the head and be crying in the street of Nigeria. That is what we are supposed to do. Because once the giant of Africa has become the named state of Africa. It's worrisome.
Now, this was a convention that attracted over 8,000 delegates and 31 governors. And of course, almost all the president's cabinet were in attendance, well, apart from Wiki, that is. There are people that are concerned that this too much defection in APC may end up collapsing the party. I mean, before the national convention, there were signs of disgruntled people in the party, especially at the state level, where the more people coming into their party, the more there are chances of them, the original members of APC, of having different position in this party, the more it disappears, because most of these people defecting to APC are heavyweights in their own right, defecting to APC. Their ambition to get one position or the other will be scuffled because of these other bigger weights you know, coming and defecting into the party. So there are people that have actually predicted that APC may fall under that weight. Do you agree with that?
My agreement,
because sorry sir, because this is going to be about a ship carrying too much load.
Yeah, you see, except we have a second time kind, I use the word kind, of obedient movement. Except we have a second time movement as such as obedience, these things will remain like that. I don't absolutely agree, and I do not absolutely disagree. The reason being that when I was on the studio, I told Esther and Chioma, I told them, I said, write this thing down. When it get closer, you will see what I'm saying now come into play. It will come to a point whereby the people who can be perceived as having the capacity to lead Nigeria will study the dissections of the politics, will study the infractions of the politics, the disagreement in there, and go in at the dying minute to be acceptable. This has caused PDP the problem they're facing right now. Because they look at and they study them and say, look, since this is like this now, let's wait. Now let this person come in. And that was what brought in Buhari. Since he has been a crying person over time, he said, okay, now in cry, don't do. Let's say, okay, this one, when I cry, this old man, they cry. Let us give him the chance. Who knows he's going to bring about the positive change like he has claimed in his manifesto. And at the end of the day, he changed Nigeria from top to bottom. Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Now, after his tenure, we have gotten this whole issue. And the presidents for 3 years plus now, I mean, for 3 years plus now, there is nothing you can point directly as his own agenda that has really bettered the law of I beg to be corrected. If there is something, whether it is in road infrastructures, schools, security, economy, let somebody come to me like, this president has really handled this insecurity since Jonathan, since 2011 till today. Nobody has conquered it. Till we are relying on external body to come to fight, and we have all the weapons of war that we need, so to say, quote unquote, and we are fighting a set, not a nation. It is not a nation that is rising up against the nation that we are fighting. It's a set against the nation. Yet, for how many years? 2011 till date, we can't come back. We can't conquer them. So these issues of looking at the segmentations or the differentiations in the party, it will definitely weaken it. These are issues that will have issues of being national chairman not recognized over times and cut across all political parties. You remember at the time, the Labour Party was having the same issue, if you could remember. You could remember that people just came up from nowhere and that the people that recognized it. What about those of them that have upheld the party on the last life before somebody came in? These are all the problems of Nigeria. Certainly, the influential people coming at this time will weaken the structure and the system. And it's also making those people who are still true to the party as if their sacrifices is in vain. Certainly, it's not healthy for any political party. So it will weaken it. And when that weakness comes in, the other parties who are contending with the recognitions of who the power that be, will definitely, if they are wise and smart, they can take advantage of it.
Okay. Okay. So the biggest political news is now that former governor of Kano State, Rabi Kwankwaso, will today officially join the African Democratic Congress, ADC. That announcement of actually brought out rumors that there will be lines between the Kwankwaso movement and the obedience movement, talking about Peter Obi. As if that is not enough, the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, says it will be in alliance with the ADC for the presidential election. The NNPP National Publicity Party, Ladipo Johnson disclosed this today during an interview ahead of the 2027 general election. What's your take on this alliance between NNPP and ADC?
It will keep coming. My take is that as far as they are telling Nigerians that they want to bring about positive change, this alliance is it's not something out of place. It's a thing that will keep happening. Are you getting what I'm saying now?
Okay.
APC. And what I expect a number of persons or parties to do is that come up with very strong manifestos that we can have like 3 or 5 political parties having their structures on ground, ensuring it is widespread and acceptable across all the geopolitical zones. If that is in place, it will not be the issue of trying to move from here to there. But I will speak to you, I don't know how many members of political parties have together. So as much as these parties are there in their small places, they are also thinking strategies. And that's why you see the issue of alliance coming into play right now. But I am of the opinion that you cannot stop it. The alliance they have to keep coming. Not forgetting the fact that it's a game of interest.
But some would say this is good news, though, considering how well opposition is dead in Nigeria. I mean, before the 2023 general election or after the 2023 general election, people were expecting the Labour Party and PDP to be a formidable opposition party. Well, needless to say that they've greatly disappointed because the two parties has been decimated. And APC came along and people were like, okay, ADC. There was some skepticism as far as ADC is concerned. But will these allies bring more confidence in the opposition quality of ADC?
If Nigeria happens to be a nation that is ruled by military, one can say there is no opposition. But as far as it is a democratic system of governance we are adopting and we are believing, quote and unquote, which we are not actually democratically in the administration. So this alliance will definitely come. But
will you make ADC a formidable opposition then?
I'm coming.
Okay.
I use the word but. The reason why I use the word but is that their structure at the moment may not give them a formidable opposition. You know why? The calibers of persons who they are projecting, what are their pedigree? What are their antecedents? What are their track record of positive development when they were in various positions of power, while they were in PDP, while they were in Labour Party, while they were in AC, while they were in MC, MPs, or whatever name you call it now? What were their antecedents? What is their antecedent? What has been their track record? If they are not there, that's the reason why we see people coming into an alliance. This alliance is that, look, I have a better option that will make this political party sell. So if those things are not in place, and from now, this alliance will keep coming, but it will also not, because I told you, remember, 3 weeks or was it last month or about, I told you that these old people coming from one place to another, you cannot understand that APC is sending individuals or party representatives from other places, other parties to go into the system to look the strategies and ensure the companies. I said so in the studio and I said so on phone.
You think you'll do the same to ADC?
they will still do. They are doing it right now. Because some persons are not coming in there, they are coming because they were sent. Go there and understand it. They know you have this charisma. They know that you have a voice that can be listened to. So go there, do it, ensure you know that. So you give report back, you have their number. So these are some of the things I'm doing. That there is no issue of absolute control until you get to it.
Now, before now, the ADC have been touted as an Atiku alliance. Most political analysts have predicted that Atiku will win the presidential ticket for the ADC, which has fueled discord, especially within the obedient movement, where a lot of them have been clamoring that Peter Obi become the presidential flag bearer instead of Atiku, saying that Peter Obi will have a better chance of winning someone they trust more than Atiku. I mean, that actually even divided even the obedience movement, where we have one half of the obedience movement saying that at this point they don't even care who becomes the presidential flag bearer of ADC. They just want a good alliance that will take President Tinubu and APC out of office. Then you have the other alliance that are saying no, they don't trust any other person other than Peter Obi. If Peter Obi doesn't become the presidential flag bearer, they will not vote at this election. They will abandon the ADC. Now, with this Kwankwaso alliance, which is a fueling alliance between him and Peter Obi, it's also fueling the alliance between the Kwankwaso movement and the obedience movement. Do you think this will give Peter Obi a better chance of becoming the presidential flag bearer ahead of Atiku Abubakar?
Whether it is Peter Obi, whether it is Atiku Abubakar, or it is whether it is Peter Obi, whether it is Atiku Abubakar, whether also of the Kwankwaso movement as it is now. Let me sound it clear. Until their internal issues as the political heads are able, until they are come to play that look at this way, and if I want to be there bringing these meeting points, bringing these issues of strategies to the media and let it know this is what we want to do, will equally go further to spoil whatever plans they have. So Kwankwaso is a top-notch personality in the North. Peter Obi is a national person that has been accepted after the Obi movement of the 2023 election. Abubakar has been like that. There is this strategy in marketing that states that it will bring you closer to your yes. So which means that Atiku Abubakar is not giving up on his ambitions until he wins. That's what brought Buhari to power now. So not quitting, not giving up. So any of the three of these political aspirants, they also have some personal interests and they want to ensure they secure the power. So the three of them must come together if they fall under the ADC. They must go into the inner room and make decisions, and this decision must not be made known to the public or else into the power. So for it to form a very strong alliance or a contention against APC, they must not make their intention known to the public. Because if they do, APC will take them over, sweep them, and now lock them on the ground. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Omaino, thank you very much for talking to us. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome very much. Thank you very much for your time too.
Thank you.
Right.
That was Ola Emmanuel, public and current affairs analyst, talking to us on matters on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. It is now time for you to join the conversations. The number to call is 0700-903-903-903. Again, 0700-903-903-903 and 003-692 9933. Again, 0803 692 9933. You can also call or text us via WhatsApp, and our WhatsApp number is 081 717 56338. Again, 081 717 56338. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Switch off your radio set, please.
Yes, hello. My work, sir.
Thank God. Welcome to VOP. Tell us anywhere you're calling from, please.
My name is Onyebuchi. I'm calling from Ijebu.
Okay, Onyebuchi, go ahead. Talk to us.
All I'm saying is the analysis you bring, you talk well, but what matter is who is standing for the interest of Nigeria as a whole. Who is standing for the interest of Nigeria as a whole? Because they can bring a candidate, and the candidate where they bring come as the others they come, as Good Luck come, as Obasanjo come, as Buhari come, as Tinubu come, just to make Nigeria to suffer. We want people that is ready to be a leader, to direct good things concerning Nigeria. Maybe if you have the rich there, they won't share money to enter power. Money for life. Money help to live. But as a way of doing things that make a country to be a country. Everything lie. Is there our country to stand? So, I don't know what ADC is talking about. Before Nigeria will know what ADC is talking about, is when they bring their own presidential candidates. And Nigeria will see this is the person they present as a Nigeria candidate. That's the time Nigeria will say this person will receive them. But now, we just watch them. God will help us.
Indeed. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you. 08036929933. Join the conversation. Hello. Hello. Switch off your radio set, please.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to VOP. Tell us where you're calling from, please.
Okay. Matthew calling from Mokasa, Ijubu.
Okay, Matthew, go ahead.
Okay. I want to know the position of the court judgment regarding ADC. Is David Mark still in charge?
For now, that's still the situation, yes.
Okay.
There's still some legal situation pending, but for now, yes, that's the situation.
Okay. Thank you very much. The second issue here is what time Nigerians are expecting the executive, Mr. President, when will he restructure the security setup in Nigeria? Because the present national security advisor don't need to be there any longer. We are not getting any result from him. And yet, he is there. Is he working for Tinubu or working for Nigeria? They should.
We'll read them for sure. Hello. We'll read them for sure. Hello. Welcome to VOP.
Yeah, my name is Sam. I'm calling from Ocean.
Okay, Sunday, go ahead.
Yeah, well done. You see, I said it last time. I think it is better that ADC work a William. Because it's only William that can make you to defeat your enemy. What I mean is that if you have this Kwankwaso, LD, Atiku, Hamishi, all Nigerian is a person that can give them what they want. And if in your party, there are people who are mentioned in your party, really, you saw if the people have the left in your party. Just bring the person out. You are just trying to say, I'm a good person that. But when you work in union, and the people are able to work, and the people get through, and you get to the enemy, We go and talk. So my prayer is that the working women and they achieve their goal. Thank you.
Thank you. Join the conversation 003-692-9933. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to VOP.
This is Alfred calling from VI.
Okay, Alfred, go ahead.
I listened to your analysis all your talk. I've been listening to VOPs even in the morning. And thank God for our president that he said he's 74. But this 74-year-old man, you know the worst thing that will happen to a man to be deceiving himself and lying to himself. This number, this not number I saw in England that could not be able to walk. They were even helping him to walk at 74. Well, that is apart. Please, when we are talking about who is going to be our next president in next year, please, we are talking about the person that will bring this nation to normality, to sanity. I mean, somebody that will take us to next level. Then we will be competing to other people, other countries in the world. We are talking about P2B. When we are mentioning P2B, it's not because P2B is our brother or he's frying egg for us every day or giving us chicken. We are speaking about him, we are talking about him because we have seen his president. He's a man that will bring sanity to this country. So let us stand for it. Let Nigeria stand up for it. We don't want any other person. We don't want Atiku. Please, we have seen Atiku as president. We want P2B. And let Nigeria stand up and start speaking it. And Atiku will know that we don't want him. Period. We shouldn't be behaving like this in this country. We are taking our pet dog in our house. We don't want Atiku. We don't want any other person in P2B. Let's stand up for it, and everybody will know. Even Atiku himself will know that we don't want him. We need P2B, and while we are clamoring for this, we know that you and I know that P2B, if P2B become the president of this country, you in the studio that know that this country will move to the next level. We will smile. This country will be light will shine on this country again. Please, we need P2B. Please, Tinubu, we don't need you. We didn't even vote for you. Please, APC, we don't want you again. You should leave us alone. We don't want you. Power belongs to the people. Power belongs to the people. Please, we don't want APC. APC have failed. APC should go. We need P2B to rule us. P2B will rule us in Jesus' name. And so shall it be.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's quite passionate. Join the conversation 003-692-9933. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to VOP.
Yes, this is Charles from First House.
Okay, Charles, go ahead.
All right. 90% of your callers are from my ethnic group. I'm from Southeast. Imo State to be precise. But I don't play all these ethnic brother or whatever sentiment of what they are doing. Listen to their song call of They condemn everybody except Atiku. Atiku is not good. This, that, blah, 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 blah. Can Obi do it alone? Obi needs these people behind him to get to wherever he wants to go. The last caller said, we don't want Atiku, we don't want this, we don't blah, 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 blah. Every time they call your station, they condemn everybody. Atiku should step down and support Obi. We don't want him to be president, but we need his support. Again, the career word.
Okay. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you switch off your radio set, please?
Yes, I'm switched off already.
Okay, welcome to VOP.
What I'm saying is,
what's your name?
Number one now,
your name, where you're calling from, please?
This is your name with you.
Okay.
What I'm saying is this. This article in the talk, article. So now Dubai article will say the real Nigeria. We need young people. People need to see themselves. You see only them there for Nigeria. We need young people. People can be able, that very, very young, to make a decision of movement of Nigeria, progress of Nigeria. See, Atiku, how many years is it now? Huh? What would they think about to move forward? People don't forget about Atiku. Atiku. For how many times Atiku go rule? They don't do commander for custom how many years? They don't do vice president. They don't do this. Because you thought that test there to see them, maybe only not to side go Nigeria. Yeah, Atiku. When they deceive themselves. What do you think Atiku will feed you? Maybe the same with the Tinubu. Atiku, they work for APC already now. They talk to Atiku. When they play.
Thank you. Okay, let's read some messages. Good afternoon, King Solomon. So, Wike has succeeded in taking over control or charge of PDP when he says that INEC and judiciary are working for Tinubu. Many of the blind followers of APC will be ranting because it favors them. How can one man be in PDP and also in APC, and the so-called rulers in the land remain silent and quiet? The trouble that APC is creating today in Nigeria will surely consume the entire nation, if not checkmated. Now, all we are witnessing today concerning convention or no convention is all jamboree that will haunt Nigeria for a long time to come. I always remember one thing that your president said openly, that his name is supposed to be in the Guinness Book of Record, but it is quite unfortunate that his name would be in a negative way. Mayor from Ikotunigbe. Thank you very much, Mayor. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to VOP.
Good afternoon. Please, my brother, I am the one who just called Alfred from VI. That young man who called after I called, I did not condemn Atiku. I did not condemn. I said this is whom I want. Is that condemnation? I said we don't want Atiku. Did I condemn him? Did I say Atiku is not a good man?
Okay.
I don't want him based on accident. Please tell that young man if he's listening to me, not an able man.
Thank you.
Now what man for him is a stupid man, a useless man.
Oh, stop that. Please, no mudslinging, don't insult, just pass your message across, okay, or I'll cut you and I'll probably even block your line. You won't call this line again, please. No insults, no mudslinging. We know we're angry, but we can pass our messages across without having to insult anyone. We're all entitled to our opinion, okay? Good afternoon, Solomon. You should bear in mind that as we speak, the Turaki faction had gone to Supreme Court over this issue, and no one knows on whose faction that the judgment will favor. And until the judgment is given before, the PDP will know it stands. But I doubt if it will favor a Saraki faction. Message from OJ Yusuf Adamo in Ikorodu. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, King Solomon. What happened in Abuja about Wiki and his co-travelers on their get-together party they called convention, and INEC quickly recognized it's completely shameful. This shows INEC is not natural but working for the ruling party, because Wiki Group is a branch of APC. Happy birthday to 74-year-old man whose daughter is 64 years. Miracle, no, they tired Jesus. John from Mijaniki. Thank you very much, John. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Mr. Nonso.
Tell us your name, where you're calling from, please.
Mr. Nonso, calling from Kenya.
Okay, Mr. Nonso, go ahead.
Anything you want to do, people normally check your record. Atiku cannot lose, number one. Amechi cannot lose. Obi will lose with Kwankwaso. Nigeria 74 years. You understand what I mean by 74? Now, you should leave us alone. We are begging in the name of God. We are not trying to use any insulting words or anything. 74 years, leave us alone. Let's make our choice. Don't force us to eat what we don't supposed to eat. Please, I think we should calm down. Nobody is voting for him. When he was a custom controller, nothing. Obasanjo took him, come and be my advice, nothing. But what is he looking for again? What is he looking for? What kind of money is he looking for? How many years does he control as a custom controller? Vice president, join it together. So what else again? What position is more than that? For 74 years, you remember that when you cut a tree, the leaves will not dry immediately. You start drying one by one. You should remember. And anything God cannot do does not exist.
Okay, thank you.
I rest my case.
Thank you. Adeyemi Kamoro from Banana Island, Lagos. Truly, Peter Obi is very gentle and soft-minded person. That's why Peter Obi is not fit to be Nigerian president. He must govern country like Nigeria. Who must govern country like Nigeria must be someone that has his own mind, not someone that will be answering yes daddy to past failed rulers of Nigeria. Okay, thank you very much, Adeyemi. Good afternoon. When people are joining APC from others, from other parties, APC is trying to make Nigeria one-party state. Now that they are joining ADC, APC is still sending spy to the other party. May God forgive most of the radio analysts. Steve from Ikorodu. Thank you very much, Steve. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to VOP. Okay, Laiwola, go ahead.
I think most of your callers are not. I have not seen that I'm targeting with Thailand. They are seeing the most of your callers now, and they are agitating for people. What makes people do is better candidate than people? What makes people do is more better than other Nigerians that are only agitating for people? And if it's about people, it's about the people that are coming to that you are expecting for one thing. This is the good that this is that but nobody like to do that in any area. Both of the public service and the business are separate. That is what I want to let them know this afternoon.
Okay.
And if you cannot take it, better for you for that is my mistake.
Thank you. Come 2027, it will be darkness versus light. It will be 32 governors defected to APC versus 200 million Nigerians. May Nigeria never happen to anyone. Ima from Isolo. Thank you very much, Ima. Hello.
Hello?
Switch off your radio set, please.
Okay. This is Ignatius calling from Surulere.
Sorry?
This is Ignatius calling from Surulere.
Okay, Ignatius, go ahead, sir.
Well, I've been a regular listener to your radio station.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to use this medium to voice my own opinion as a Nigerian citizen. You know, even though I all the time want to call the session to give my support for this new opposition that is coming against the APC, because this APC government has shown there are some new of the citizens better. You understand? Me, I'm an ordinary Nigerian. You know, doing my work as a driver. In our garage, everybody has no good story to tell with what the government of APC is using against all of us. Could you imagine just last week, a small officer stopped a line that is coming, and then on the other line, task force are absent. They saw that the last officer stopped a line coming from that direction. The transport officers came and entered that motor that last man officer that is in uniform stopped and entered the motor one by one, and took more than 25 motors to their station at the Oshodi, giving them a bill of 400,000 naira each. Giving them a bill of 400 naira each vehicle. And the was appointed by APC governor. You understand?
Okay.
So many of those drivers, they have children in the university, in the secondary school, taking their family. Okay. And can you resume the enormous amount that was by them, by the officers who was appointed by the Lagos State governor, who is APC governor? Yeah?
Okay.
So the only thing about APC, the citizens are scared of them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I prefer to come and because I know he's enlightened. We're looking at his speech. It's like God has working as a savior.
Thank you. We have to let other people call, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, brother.
Good afternoon, Mr. Solo. So APC conducted convention selecting leaders to continue killing and impoverishing Nigerians. God forbid such group to come back to power again. Pastor Mike from Maryland. Thank you very much, Pastor Mike. Good afternoon. Sincerely, the last thing the ruling party will want to see is the alliance of these persons in the ADC, and further compounded with Kwankwaso coming in the mix. The worst of their nightmare will be to see Obi emerging as the presidential candidate of ADC. With that in place, a very great tsunami will be uploading. Tony from Marina Beach. Thank you very much, Tony. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to VOP. Tell us your name.
Thank you. Tunde from Zolo.
Okay, Tunde, go ahead.
I just love the way some of these your callers, the way they package this will be as if is angel. These guys are funny. It just reminds me of those days when those Alaba boys will package all those fake products and fake CD for you. Meanwhile, the original owners of the product is there languishing and is suffering from the reality. But this is not really what they claim it is actually, to me. And I also experienced that in Anambra during my days in Oka. So I saw everything is not really what they are saying. Fine, the government of the day has disappointed, but Obi is never the way they are hyping it. So I would rather choose Soludo or any other reasonable person. Even Dave Umar himself, at least down, that's something.
You think Dave Umar is more reasonable than Peter Obi?
By legacy of what he has done.
Legacy. Did you do what Peter Obi did in Anambra State compared to Dave Umar in Ebonyi State?
Go and check again. Go and check it. What did Obi do? What legacy did he do? Economically, developmental projects and what have you. Can you stand what Umar did?
Oh, that's an interesting view.
Go do your findings. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm talking based on findings.
Yes,
I'm talking based on findings, actually.
I am saying that again. Umar had better impact in the eastern region or in their state more than Obi. Obi carried all the Anambra State money. He kept it in his bank whereby he'll be collecting profit. Who is he deceiving?
Oh, wow.
Should he deceive his people? I beg. Yeah, those what I was calling. Somebody there, these guys that are calling that says a lot of people from the east are just condemning everybody. They should just calm down. We understand the situation of the country, but we should calm down. All these candidates are just junketing from one place to the other. They are all after their own selfish interest.
Okay, thank you.
Better and reasonable leader. Thank you.
Well, that's a very interesting view, but well, we're all entitled to opinion, definitely. Okay, good afternoon, Solomon. This is Chima from Surulere. The recent comments of the NSA and CDS do not inspire confidence in the fight against insecurity. The president ought to take appropriate action if Nigeria should survive as a country. Okay, hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're my last caller for today.
Yes, Solo.
Yes.
Soludo is my brother from the east. You know that. And you know that Dave Umai is my brother from the east. My name is Akodeba.
Okay.
But I can tell you the person that impacted our life so much to the extent that all of us can fight for him is Peter Obi. There are people who are telling you about Oka, but they have never known how the soil of Oka look like, but they are only claiming their days in Oka, which I know that is a lie, because he can only mention Oka. Tell me the next village to Oka, he cannot say it. But he is now telling us that Obi is being packaged by something that is being packaged in Alaba. But that packaging, it is what brought people from number last in WAEC to number first. So I want such packaging in Nigeria. That packaging that meets Millennium NDG, Millennium Development Goal, I want him to come and package such in the whole of Nigeria. That money he kept in his bank had been used to build an international airport in Anambra. So we want such.
Let him come and keep the money. So the next administration should come and use it to build a refinery. Do you understand me? So all those packaging, please let Obi come and package Nigeria. We want him. Although other people he mentioned from the East, we love them, but we love Obi more because we know the impact of what he did in Anambra. Anambra happens to be the state that have the highest individual billionaires in the whole of Africa. And we know what he did in human development. So nobody should come here to gaslight me. Okay, go and check Nigeria Bureau of Statistics. The man that did road more than any other state in Nigeria. The safest state in Nigeria under Obi was Anambra. Okay, you should go and check Nigeria Bureau of Statistics. We know the truth when we hear them. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, good afternoon, VOP family. Your callers, mostly from Southeast origin, aren't democratic because they want to force Peter B on others. They failed because election. They failed before election. Any political party that ignores Yoruba is bound to fail. Thanks. Adele from Ilukpeju. Okay, Mr. Solomon, good afternoon. I'm a member of VOP family. I've been struggling to reach you without success. As I decided to use this medium. Okay, thank you very much for messaging us through this medium. Good afternoon, Solo Wise. Well done. Please, I hate it when tribalistic and gullible, downtrodden APC people will always come to national radio and say that Obi can never rule Nigeria. Please help me ask them, are they God or are they happy with the state of the nation under Tinubu? The God that removed stubborn Abacha for misusing or abuse of power and office is still alive on the throne. Anyway, my earnest prayers to APC, to Bat-led APC supporters, is that may they rule their families, home and generation the way their principle is ruling the country. Okay, Steve from Agege, thank you very much, Steve. Good afternoon, Mr. Solomon. Is there anything wrong if I say I prefer P2B? That's my choice. Elder Uzoma, thank you very much, Elder Uzoma. Good afternoon, Solomon of FM, and your wonderful guest, Solomon Asika from Mushin. There's someone born in 2011, and his insecurity and other siblings like kidnapping, which led to many catastrophes in Nigeria like famine and the land. Thereby farmers can no longer visit their farms anymore, and thousands of our citizens in IDP camps nationwide, and it's this monster is growing stronger. The question is, who will be able to kill these monsters? The person for me will be my president and the president of the nations called Nigeria. For me, let them stop insecurity and Nigeria will come back to life by itself. Okay. Good afternoon, VOP. Good afternoon, Mr. Solomon. Honestly speaking, you are doing well, Mr. Solomon. Thank you. You see, as far as Nigeria is concerned today, there is no opposition for 2027 election. Either Nigeria likes it or not, Tinubu will win come 2027. Reason why I said that, up till now, PDP, they are still confused. Who will be their presidential candidate? ADC, they are still confused on who is going to be their presidential candidate. I beg with other political parties to come out again to oppose APC. I beg, all these politicians are not giving Nigerians joy at all. All of them is working for their own selfish interest. Tony Best from Itire Moshi, thank you very much. Nigeria judiciary destroyed PDP as a political party. Okay. Hello, asking it means this Tunde is an AI. His comment has been the same on all platforms. Why didn't he go and become a councillor in his locality, and let's see what he can do. God bless you, King Grandma Maggie from Oshodi. Thank you very much, Grandma Maggie. Good afternoon, Solomon. The one that said that Soludo is better never know Obi. Obi turned Anambra just like Ote turned Abia. Obi will change his country. Nonye from Okota. Good afternoon, Solomon. There is what I want to say about Nigeria. You see, Nigeria have come up with 4 years of suffering by electing new APC working committee. Michael from Aswani. Okay. Good afternoon to the wise. Man, a snake is always with long tail. Please, the decamped governors, I want to ask how market. I tell you for free, most of them will surely not return to the seat again. APC have shown them their real color. Obi Kwankwaso all the way. Brought Chika Obodo from Ushudi. Okay. Mr. Solo, APC will always have a package for their members. The tear gas they received from the convention, is it for cooking the rice or shared? Now, question I ask. DMC from Lagos. Good afternoon, Mr. Solomon. Ask the caller if Dave Umahi can boldly tell EFCC to go and check his record. Ike from Ayobo. Okay, please, we Christian voice of the people to voice of. Okay, I don't even know what this is. Good afternoon, Solomon. One thing I want people to know is that Obi has conscience and human feelings, unlike other Nigerian politicians. Chris. Okay, thank you very much. It is time for us to go. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for your time. Thanks for listening. Esther and Choma will be here tomorrow for New Nigeria Debate, 1:30 to 3. After which Choma Innocent will be back on Wednesday for Matters. So tune into VOP Voice of the People 90.3 FM for all our interesting programs. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles at VOP 903 FM and subscribe to our YouTube channel at VOP 903 FM. I am Solomon Offem signing out. Follow me on IG at SoloFem1 and on X at SoloFem. Good afternoon. Thank you for listening.